Egyptian President El-Sisi has hosted Jordanian Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi to discuss the latest developments in the collaborative efforts to stabilize the region. The meeting underscored the urgent need for intensified international efforts to achieve an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and Lebanon. Both leaders emphasized the importance of facilitating the delivery of humanitarian aid to prevent a large-scale humanitarian crisis in the region. Egyptian President El-Sisi has followed up on the government's efforts to provide a conducive environment for global investments. In a recent meeting with the Minister of Communication Amr Talat and Lieutenant General Ahmed El-Shazli, head of the Armed Forces Financial Affairs Authority, President Sisi reviewed the government's efforts to benefit from the ongoing progress in the technological and information infrastructure in Egypt, given the significant importance the state places on the communications and information technology sector. A meeting between Palestinian factions Hamas and Fatah has begun in the Egyptian capital, Cairo. Hamas, led by the deputy chairman of its political bureau, Khalil Haya, and Fatah, led by its deputy head, Mahmoud Al-Alul, are meeting to organize Palestine's internal affairs. The meeting also aims to discuss managing border crossing and addressing health, relief, shelter, social development, and educational issues. Egypt's ongoing communications with various parties, especially Israel, the US, and Hamas, aim to maintain negotiations, prevent escalation, and achieve a ceasefire. The Egyptian Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has affirmed that Egypt is the only country enjoying security, stability, and sound governance amidst the ongoing turmoil in the region. He mentioned that several projects, such as the development of Ras Al Hikma, will be announced in the coming period. During the weekly press conference, Madbouli stated that the world is experiencing an exceptionally critical phase, unlike any that have been seen before, which he described as a state of heightened uncertainty. This has resulted in a 10% increase in global oil prices within a week. He emphasized that the Egyptian government is facing significant challenges in this current period. Egyptian Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has emphasized that President El-Sisi's speech on the Egyptian Military Academy conveyed the nation's strength and its capacity to safeguard its borders. During the cabinet meeting, the Prime Minister referred to President El-Sisi's directives on the necessity of pursuing comprehensive institutional reform. These reforms aim to ensure financial discipline and sound governance across various establishments, thereby strengthening the Egyptian economy's ability to tackle the diverse challenges currently facing the whole world. The Permanent Committee for Following Up Egyptian-African Relations has held its regular meeting headed by Ambassador Abu Bakr Hifni Mahmoud, the Deputy Foreign Minister, with the participation of representatives of ministries, agencies, and national bodies. The meeting discussed ways to enhance bilateral relations with Congo and Kenya, reflecting the keenness of the Egyptian political leadership to achieve mutually beneficial outcomes with its African partners. Egypt's new ambassador to Tunisia, Bassem Hassan, has met with Tunisian Minister of Foreign Affairs Mohamed Ali Nafti and submitted a copy of his credentials. Ambassador Hassan highlighted the extent of Egyptian-Tunisian relations and the keenness of the Egyptian leadership to strengthen his aspiration to continue his nation's strong working relationship with Tunisia. Egyptian Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and CEO of the Egyptian Space Agency Sharif Sidqi have emphasized the importance of the Egyptian state places on developing its space infrastructure. Sharif Sidqi presented updates on the progress of the space city facilities, the current status of the localizing satellite technology, and details on the establishment of a joint stock company for manufacturing satellite components. He also discussed the creation of a company to market the agency's products, along with the launch of an automotive platform to enable users to browse and purchase satellite images. The Egyptian Health Minister Khaled Abdel Ghaffar has announced that the Bidaya initiative has provided over 39 million services since the launch. The initiative has reached nearly 6 million beneficiaries in the past 4 days. Nearly 14,000 people benefited from the program's effort to empower women through training. 21.8 tons of food supplies were distributed, reaching 34,955 families. 267 educational seminars were rolled out, reaching 122,210 participants.